This is Danny with Daniken Aquatics, and I am bringing you today the zebra Acara. These are number 9 on my personal top 10. I love the markings on the face of this guy. He looks like a warrior. And this is a male, and he's the biggest, most dominant male in the tank. Now, you really should keep these as a pair if you're going to breed them, and you should breed them if you have them, because these are fairly rare in the hobby still. They're getting more common, but they're still quite pricey and hard to come by. These guys are super pretty. Those turquoise spangles on his sides. And look at that marking. It looks like he's put on war paint underneath his eyes. And then they have that bit of rusty orange. Just gorgeous little fish. Lots of personality. He's coming up to the front of the tank to look at me and check me out. He thinks I'm going to feed him because it's about feeding time. Now, these guys' scientific name is Ivanacara adoketa. Look how pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. He's chasing off all the other males in the tank. Pretty crazy. So these guys are a medium-sized cichlid with obviously beautiful markings. They get about, like this guy right here, he's the biggest in the tank, and he's well over a year old, and he is about 3.5 inches. So he's good size. Now there is a female. You can tell by that really black, dark chin, the super strong markings on her. She's like, "Come to my haven, big boy." She's so funny. But she's in, those are kind of breeding colors that she's in right now. Maybe I'll get them to breed, but I won't be successful in hatching them, and I'll tell you why. Because these guys need a water that has little to no hardness at all. So you need to have like RO water for these guys to successfully breed. Otherwise the embryos won't develop. These guys are very territorial, especially with their own kind. And with other species in the tank, they just completely ignore the other species. They just aren't bothered by them at all. Now here's a little male that is not in breeding colors, not the dominant male. So you can see how his colors are very muted compared to this guy. So that's the difference between those two. So they kind of need non-cichlid tank mates. Any other cichlids are going to try to fight for territory with. These guys are from Brazil, and they enjoy water temperatures of about 72 to 84 degrees. And when they're breeding, they need the pH to be down as low as like 3 and 4. Like, yes, if you can keep the tank from crashing. It's a really hard pH to get to. But they can generally do very well with pH of 5.5 to 6.8. They are currently in a tank that is, this tank has about 7.4 pH in it right now. And they've kind of grown up in this, so they've gotten used to it. Tank raised ones will adapt more readily to the harder water conditions that I have for these guys. They need adequate cover and line of sight breaks, and you want to do that with plants and pieces of wood and little tunnels. I've got some caves hidden in here. Lots of wood pieces for them to hide in and around. I've got some caves. That bristle nose over there's dealing with the cave. Beautiful fish. Our friend bred these and then gave me some I freaked out when I went over to his house and I said, "Oh, are those zebra Acara?" And so when they had babies, he gave me some, which was very nice of him. And so these are my number 9, the zebra Acara. And if you like this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing. Leave us a comment. We always love to hear what you have to say. And love the questions and things. And don't forget to always love your fish. Bye-bye for now.